made your way back to your tavern. Now, did your tavern have a name?
No, I don't think we named it yet.
Troll Skull Manor.
Troll Skull?
Mm-hmm. But, it hasn't gone through its rebranding process yet.
Okay, I think that was the existing name. The heritage name. We're gonna.
Yeah, that was the heritage name.
I vote to table the naming conversation until we.
I do not agree with that. I vote we hold the naming conversation now.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. I want to hear it. In character, you've gotten back from your spirit journey with the yak butter guy, not the yak piss guy, Steve. Come on. And got information.
But he was high in the mountain, high altitude training, drinking yak piss.
Yeah. It's just Bear Grylls up in there. I know.
It sounds like a Leia.
Leia, so excited. And you'd made your way back for a long rest to kind of sleep it off, I guess. Seeing as I assume it's going to take a couple of days for all that. Was it mushrooms? It was something. It was certainly something to get out of your system.
DMT, I'd say.
And so for the next couple of days in the sort of wind down of your spirit journey, you've been discussing what you should name the bar.
So what kind of bar, what kind of venue do we want to be, gentlemen? What business direction do we want to take this place in?
Well, Barnaby jumps in and just says, look, we lost Han. We don't know where he is. I vote we call the bar Handsome Han and the Glamorous Lads.
Handsome Han and the Glamorous Lads?
I like the idea of including Han. I would like to also include something to do with our intellect, because we do have books on the wall for sale that our special friend provided us. So something witty would probably suffice as well, I suppose.
Something like maybe some alliteration, like Hops and Han, or
ooh, yeah, I like it.
Yep, Hops and Han. I think that's it.
All right, let me rename this here.
Is it hyphenated, like Hops hyphen Han?
I reckon we go with a casual N. Hops and Han.
Hops and Han, like all one word?
Yeah,
or,
and if anyone
on
asks...
N by itself.
Yeah.
If
like
anyone asks what it means, we just go, oh, it's like Fae for something. And we change this every time somebody asks. Oh, what does Han mean? Oh, it's a Fae for quality refreshment, and then next time it's Orcish for I don't know, good hospitality.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yep.
The Hops
fantastic.
And Han. All right. So as for the next couple of days, as you've been sort of hashing out the idea of the name of the venue, and you've been sort of getting the place ready to open the doors for the first time, to allow patrons to come in and have a drink. All of a sudden, windows rattle as the roar of an explosion fills Troll Skull Alley.
How close was this?
Not again.
Some of your windows on the Hops and Han burst inwards.
Okay.
There's well, where are each of you, I guess, in the venue, do you think, at the time?
I'm behind the bar.
Mm-hmm. Just getting it all ready?
Nah, drinking.
I'm drinking.
Do we grow our own hops?
There is a greenhouse just to the south, so I don't think you probably don't have any garden space for a big amount of hops.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I'm working on the garden, or at least the if we don't have any, I'm in the greenhouse and I'm working on whatever's growing in there.
Yeah. So up the road, or down the road, I should say, there's sort of a greenhouse called the Corallon's Crown, and there is a wood elf in there that you've been helping, growing their herbs, and they've allocated a spot to grow a bunch of hops and barley, and you've been helping them. Just over the last couple of days, like kind of set up the start of that, so that you'll be able to have a steady supply. For now, you'll have to order it in, but eventually you'll be able to get some homegrown hops.
Nice.
Get that. What's the word? What's the word when it's grown like under
Organic?
grow lamps? No, under like grow lamps and shit. The opposite of organic.
Hydroponic?
Hydroponic. Yeah, get that hydroponic hops.
Oh, that's another name. The hydroponic.
The hydroponic
hops. Hans hydroponic hops.
So you're inside the greenhouse, Sprig, and Heimdal's behind the bar having a drink, testing out all the top shelf merch. What's Barnaby up to?
Barnaby's sitting on the makeshift stage. He's just sussing out, making sure the acoustics are okay, having a little bit of a strum, just doing some practicing, and making sure it's all set up for his performances for the many weeks that he'll be there. As the headline act, of course.
Yeah, and just like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future, you do a couple of notes and then you like strum a big one, and just all the windows explode inwards. You'd expect them to explode outwards with the power of your song, but you look around and it looks like you kind of see the tail end of a fireball erupting in the alleyway outside. Charred bodies and anguished screams fly through the air. A thick cloud of acrid smoke billows outward from the blast, which seems to have occurred almost right outside your door, sort of across the road, or across the alleyway from your venue.
So I'm going to quickly take bestial form and just use my wild shape to sort of rush across. So I grow slightly bigger and more bear shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I run across to the alleyway to see what's happening. Where's the alleyway? Which can you hide?
So here, it's pretty much right outside.
Oh, it's just right in front of me. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's our tavern is on an alleyway, isn't it?
Yeah. You see in sort of the aftermath as the smoke and the dust kind of settles. There's a number of dead bodies, and a couple of injured people as well, kind of limping away from the scene.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was going to say, having seen injured bodies, I see, I run up to the injured bodies and see if I can help. Are they completely dead? Or are they injured? I go to them to see if any of them are gasping for life.
Yeah.
I go to their aid, as any good.
So you instantly you sort of take in the scene. There's a number of not moving humanoid bodies. Over in one area, you see a sort of a small group. There's these sort of 2 or 4 halflings lying dead, kind of underneath what was maybe once an awning, and sort of behind a rain barrel, cowering is sort of another halfling that's got sort of scorch marks all up his arm, and sort of half of his body. It looks like perhaps he'd ducked down behind the rain barrel almost just in time, and he's sort of lying there, looking at the 4 bodies of what were perhaps once his friends, and just looking shell-shocked as sort of the dust and the smoke and the cries waft through the air.
Can I position myself between said bodies and this halfling and get his attention and just ask if he saw anything?
Sure. Yeah. So as you get closer, you realize, and Dan realizes because he should have read ahead, and he did, but I wasn't paying that much attention either. What looked like a halfling is actually a small boy, and he's sort of staring at them at these bodies until you kind of step in his way, and he's kind of almost like looking through you with that kind of 1,000-yard stare. And what do you do to get his attention?
I literally, because he's obviously staring at the bodies of his fallen people.
Friends.
That basically just
Yeah.
step in between the bodies and him. I step into his line of sight. I've got his attention, and I say, "What happened?"
He says that I heard there was an explosion, and I ducked behind this rain barrel, and then I heard a plop, and I found this, and he holds up a necklace with two sort of. It's got or it perhaps once had 3 beads on it. One has got like a big crack through it, and it's got a broken clasp, and the 2 remaining beads sort of seem to sort of thrum with a bit of energy as your finely tuned senses, Heimdal.
Horcrux.
Yeah. He says, I don't know what happened. We were just playing. They were playing music, and we were dancing, and then now they're not dancing.
Well, did you see anyone suspicious in the moments or minutes leading up to the blast?
No.
And I put my hand out for the thing and just let it see if it instinctively gives it to me.
He kind of just holds it, and like any good Waterdavian child, sort of just anything that might possibly be valuable, he kind of just clutches at it, and just says, "No, we were just dancing. I didn't see anything. I was watching the flute players." And he kind of goes to like look around behind you to like get another look at them.
Well, luckily, my friends and I are part of we're grey hands of the Black Staff, and you're actually right next to our fine establishment of Hops and Hahn, and we will solve said problem because it's a violation of our turf. Killing people so close to our establishment. So if you would not mind, I would like to inspect that necklace you have there and see if we can garner any clues as to who may have killed your friends.
Cool. Give me a persuasion check here.
Persuasion. Oh wait, I'll do a right click.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, Barnaby, I assume you've kind of run out as well. You can see that there's a number of other bodies, not only sort of the 4 childlike bodies of the halflings. There is a gnome. What looks like maybe someone dropped a fireball on a gnome. A couple of other humans, half elf. And there's just a bunch of bodies around it as people are kind of as people begin to move away who can, you kind of realize that there are some still that were caught in the blast. Well, we get a 10 there. The boy, he looks about 12 years old, hands you the necklace, Heimdal.
All right, so I do a Arcana check.
Cool. Yeah, you sort of give a bit of an inspection. Give me that Arcana juice.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I realize if I do it in D&D Beyond, it just still comes across.
There you go.
20.
20, yeah. This is a necklace of fireballs.
Ooh. Okay.
So there were once 3, it looks like, and there are 2 left.
So every time you use it, it
Are these
creates.
charges? Yeah, like are you saying, or they're 3 necklaces?
3 charges, and it looks like one of them is used up. So the beads themselves hold the fireball spell, and using the fireball has broken the bead.
I'm going to go whilst Heimdal is inspecting the necklace. I'm going to go check, basically see if I can get some ID on the dead patrons to see if I can get an idea of who they were and what they were doing in our alleyway.
Okay.
I assume I do an investigation check.
Yeah, give me an investigation, or I'll accept like a medicine or something, like to kind of work out, because these are obviously sort of charred corpses now, to kind of work out what they were, or
Okay.
yeah. And what does this investigation entail? Are you just walking around looking? Are you like,
No,
checking,
I'm
checking
actually
pockets,
at their
or?
bodies. I'm checking bodies.
Okay. 12. So you make your way over to one of the groups of bodies. There are 2 cloaked, or once cloaked male humans that seem to be clad in some kind of leather, although now it is sort of scorched and blackened, and they had sheathed long swords on their belts. And there's also sort of 2, a couple of female humans that seemed to be their bodies deposited near a half elf, dressed in just somewhat plain clothes. You also spot a gnome, as I mentioned, wearing a burned cloak, and seems to be clutching a dagger in his hand in death. And there's an elderly sort of female human body as well. Yeah.
Okay. But do they look like they're related in any way, or they just seemed more like haphazard, just casualties of?
Well, there's 11 bodies, and
11,
with your medicine check,
you're
not really able to tell.
Copy that.
Yeah, if you haven't Batmaned the crime scene completely, I think. Yeah. So as Heimdal's dealing with the child, and Sprig's kind of looking over and tending to those who can move, and keeping an eye on those who can't. Barnaby, what are you up to?
Barnaby's going to go back inside the tavern and keep practicing his loot. He's not phased by this. It's another fireball that he's seen causing the death of 3 helpless civilians. He's going to go and pour himself a drink and keep practicing.
Okay.
I feel like his response to this is indicative of some kind of trauma.
After, yeah. So,
are they? Sorry, I'll just ask: are they like? If there's still flames, do we need to just sort of? Is the disaster over, or do we need to like stop the place burning down?
There are still some flames on the building opposite yours. Obviously, the windows from your fine establishment, were blown in as well. But there are flames sort of licking up, burning away the remainder of a couple of merchant carts and things like that. Let me see if I can pull up a picture here. Here we go. How's that?
Ooh.
Hey, that's a cool photo.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Well,
see all those little burning bodies, the people. And then there's the tavern sign over to the right. That's probably your venue. So some bits
Out
of
curiosity,
yeah.
if I were to animate dead,
Could you talk to them?
could I talk to them? Yeah.
Can you read to me what animate dead does?
Or it's probably better if I just display it here. It's quite long.
So you create an undead servant, and you can give it orders. It's under your control. I think you're animating their flesh. I don't think their soul or mind is still around. Yeah,
I would have assumed that on normal circumstances.
Yeah.
But given that this person has just recently died,
I know there is a spell called Speak with Dead, so I think that is probably what you're after if you have that one up your sleeve.
no, I was going to animate dead and then use comprehend languages.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and see if I can gnome with the knife
Sure.
in
You know
his
what?
hand.
I'll allow it.
Oh, generous DM.
I think that's pretty cool. So you're gonna animate him and then like comprehend zombie, essentially.
Yeah.
To try and get this is sort of like what was that first episode of Torchwood where they've got that glove that can make people talk to them for like as long as they died very recently.
Yeah.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
Alright.
I thank the little kid that I'm talking with and say, look, this necklace is gonna basically save your friends. We're gonna bring justice for your friends.
Mhm.
And I just slip it in my pocket and like console him a little bit, and then come over and can I just do the ritual of animate dead?
Yes. Well, how long does that take? Takes a minute.
It takes 1 minute.
That's cool. Yeah. And comprehend languages, is that like another minute?
Comprehend languages is just an action.
Okay.
So no, as soon as it pops up.
So you sort of perform the ritual. The body of the gnome with the knife. His eyes sort of open. His charred features still smelling like the other white meat. As his eyes just sort of still clouded over and white. But he just sort of looks up and then begins to stand up. There are some kind of gasps from the people who are crowded around, as this gnome kind of stands there, as much as at attention as a charred corpse can when standing up.
So can I kind of signal? Actually, I think I can communicate to him because I can give him commands.
Yes.
So can I ask him what happened?
Sure. Yeah.
And I understand the literal translation of any spoken word.
Excellent. So he kind of groans and moans at you in the language of all zombies. And it comes through, it seems to start coming through a little bit hazy, like, even in death, some of the details lost, right? And so what question exactly do you ask?
Well, I set the scene and say, obviously a fireball just went off and you have unfortunately passed to the other side, but in a way of recompense, a little bit of recompense for yourself. I noticed you were holding a dagger, which means at your death, which leads me to believe you had a inkling as to there was some danger around. Hence, I would like to know what you knew.
He says in this sort of stilted undead kind of language, I was being chased by the um, I was being chased.
By what?
By the Zentarum.
Mm.
I guess they almost got me.
Were you the target of this explosion, do you think?
Explosion?
There was a fireball. Someone holding this necklace. Show them the necklace.
He looks around. Or I guess the body kind of lurches and looks around, and says, "I don't remember a fireball. I remember running away from." And he points over at like the two of the bodies, the ones in sort of black, in sort of leather cloaks and with scimitars, and he says, they were chasing me. I had to get the stone to Troll Skull Manor. Where's the stone?
That's a good point. What stone? Where is the stone?
You've got to
What's-
you've got to find the stone. That you can't let them take it. You can't let them take it.
The Stone of Galore?
Yes, you know about the Stone of Galore. I need to get it to the fancy lads.
We are the fancy lads.
Hey.
Quite literally. And by the way, I'm translating this to
I
the
guess
lads.
I guess Sprig, because Barnaby's gone back inside.
Yeah.
Barnaby's gone inside.
Barnaby's like,
but
this
he-
sounds like a side quest.
He did let out a fancy lads when Heimdal said fancy lads.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
The first bird!
He's there in spirit.
He's literally probably, you can probably see us and hear us because the windows are blown in.
He is there in spirit.
Okay. So
Anywhere where lads are fancy, look around. You'll see Barnaby's face.
all right, so we are the fancy lads. Quite literally, you are speaking with us. If you need to get us a Stone of Galore, we are actually in search of the Stone of Galore. If you were being chased by the Zintare, did you have the Stone of Galore?
Yeah, I stole it from the Xanathar. And I had to give it to. I had to make sure it went to the rightful Open Lord of Waterdeep. And I've been told that you were great heroes and adventurers, and that you couldn't be. When you put yourself to a task, you accomplish it. I was going to try and convince you to deliver it to the true Lord of Waterdeep.
Sure. Who's that?
Oh, of course, I speak of Lord Daggalt Neverember.
Yes. Yeah. We're actually really good with his son.
Yes, you rescued his son from the Zentarum. So I knew that the stone would be safe in your hands, at least for the time being. But I don't appear to have it on me now, though.
Where do you last remember having it? Were you getting just before you died? I assume. I mean, before the explosion, and you blacked out.
He sort of looks down, and he's got sort of a small pouch on his belt that he sort of picks up and kind of jingles a little bit, and there's sort of like the clink of stones. And then he puts his hand to his other side and said, I had it here in a sack. But it's gone. As you're having this conversation, the city guard start arriving.
Okay. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet. So I've seen a picture of the Stone of Galore.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I cast... Does that mean that it's known to me?
Potentially.
So can I cast Locate Object if I know it's so close? I can locate the object as long as there is no thickness of lead blocking the direction.
Sure. Can you link me the is it so locate object?
It is Locate Object, yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object. Spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up. As long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet. I don't think you've seen the actual object.
But I know what it looks like. It's a smooth stone, and I thought we've seen it up close. We've seen a picture of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'll give you the animate dead thing, but the I think locate object is you'll have to have seen the real object. It's like the difference between like saying a name and knowing the true nature of someone's name.
Okay.
You have to see the thing and the whole of the thing.
All right. Well,
I love where your head's at though.
Yeah, I mean,
So having merged into wild form, I'm a little bit not enraged, but antsy and maybe a little bit overzealous, and I run up to the guy and grab him by the scruff of the neck and just go, "Tell us where the stone is."
To the undead gnome.
Yeah, even though he doesn't really.
Yeah, he's so kind of like hisses back to you with these kind of broken vocal cords. And Heimdal, you get out of him a kind of like I don't know, and he sort of starts sort of losing some of that sentience, as he sort of realizes that he's dead.
Oh, poor lad.
Some members of the watch arrive.
Okay.
Okay.
And they sorry, yep, go.
Well, okay, so obviously I kind of tell them, because I have been relaying, and even to Barnaby, so we now know that the Zenithar clan has got the Stone of Galore.
All right. Well, yeah, we assumed that's what was taken off them. So do we want to ask the guardsmen what they know about the Zenithar gang and see if we can find their hideout?
We were there. We went to they were underground. They were in the... Was that where we were? We went under in the sewers and tracked them down.
You're in one of the Zenithar hideouts. Yeah, you were fighting Zenithar people.
We didn't find any stones, did we? I checked my pockets.
Yeah, that was actually before Sprig wasn't down there. I don't think. I think
no, just before Sprig's time.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, before this dwarf goes from all sentience, can I ask if he has an idea?
He's got a little he's obviously got that pouch on his belt.
Yeah.
What do you ask him?
Well, I don't know. Can he give us any direction as to who might have taken it or where it might have gone? Where did he steal it from?
He stole the artifact from the lair of the Xanathar.
Yes, the lair of the Xanathar. Where's that?
It's underneath the city.
Yes.
It's in the
more
sewers.
specifically? Any specifics?
It's
Do
right,
you
this
have a
is
map on you?
This is Dan
Oh.
now trying to figure out exactly where it is. He can tell you where it is, or like roughly. It's in the sewers underneath the, like, he tells you the ward district that it's in.
Yeah.
I don't have it right in front of me now though.
Okay, but he does. That's cool. All right.
Yeah.
So as it seems like it's been stolen back, how many people was chasing him?
He says there were 3 chasing him.
Yep, and there's 2 dead, so there's a third one that got away.
Yep. He says there were 3 Zentarum agents chasing him.
And does he recognize the thing that I show him, the fireball necklace?
He says no. I don't know what that is.
So none of the Zentarum were wearing this that he remembers.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. Do we want to head towards the underground to see if we can find some?
Track down the Xanathar.
Yeah,
Well-
track down if I get this done.
Should we go back to our black staff and tell her, because she might be able to give us some more direction?
As you're having this conversation, the City Watch have sort of started making their way through the alleyway, doing the whole, like, you know, nobody go anywhere. This place is the crime scene. They station a couple of officers at one end of the alleyway and make their way down. And they say, look, gentlemen, if you could just all stick around. We've called in our sergeant, who's going to be here in a minute. We'll want to take your statements. The watch officers kind of look from you to the undead creature to
I subliminally tell him to stand up straight.
and he still looks incredibly dead though, like charred by fire, you know, blank eyes, like half a jaw missing maybe.
But just like a crook of a smile.
Yeah.
He's trying.
He tries. He stands up as straight as he can, but his shoulders are a little bit off because, like, it's like as soon as you become undead, you hunch.
Yeah.
They say, so what's going on here then?
You guys are awfully late. We've put out the fires. We're part of the Grey Hands, and we've just been trying to suss out what's going on. Haven't got much information though.
Okay. Well, when the Sarge gets here, I'll let him know that Grey Hands are on site, but I'm pretty sure this is our jurisdiction. But your any information you have, of course, will be anything you can do to help us with our inquiries. Will of course be greatly appreciated. And so if you could all just stick around, make sure you don't go anywhere, and make sure that thing doesn't wander off, as I think it is evidence.
That thing being the undead, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. They take one look at you, Sprig, like they are not phased to see like a beast man in this city. They're very diverse, chill in this City Watch. They've got all kinds of affirmative action. You heard that Waterdeep. Yeah, you've heard that Waterdeep even employs a werewolf.
Cool. Aggressive indeed.
So we go back inside. I motion for Sprig to join us inside,
Mhm.
and
Follow.
we chat with Barnaby to figure out what he wants to do, what we should do.
Before you go, before you go inside, Farla, the owner of the greenhouse that you were in, Sprig, comes out and says, Sprig, what? Oh my god, what happened?
I just say, keep the plants safe. I'll get to the bottom of this, and I usher him back inside as I go join Heimdal and Barnaby in the tavern in Hops and Han and Hops and Han.
The Farla, they say to you as you sort of you take them, you escort them back inside. They whisper to you, I saw a cloaked man take something from the body of that gnome, and she kind of points at the dead gnome that's standing there.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, what can you tell me about this cloaked man?
I didn't get a great look as it was sort of through the smoke, but he was badly burnt and casting glances over his shoulder, looking super shifty. He was headed towards the bent nail.
Okay. Did he have a race? Is it human?
Yeah, he looked, from what I mean, from what I could tell, he looked human shaped. He kind of had a cloak up and everything.
Was he on fire, or you said he looked burnt? Did he look recently burnt, or was he?
Yeah, I mean, everyone kind of did coming out of that the smoke and the destruction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's like, thank you. Thank you. I'll go to the bent nail and see what I can find. Yeah, I encourage him to go back inside and make sure none of the smoke. Close up all the doors and make sure the smoke doesn't
get into the plants.
Yeah. Hey, I got my priorities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So you head back into. We cut back to Heimdal and Barnaby inside the Hops and Han, where Barnaby's still. I mean, I'd like to say tuning his lute, but we all know that Barnaby's lute never goes out of tune.
If it goes from really hot outside to really cool inside, it does mess with the strings.
Oh, okay, right.
Or vice versa. So there's some things, unfortunately, we do have to assume by the laws of nature still, even in this world.
Yeah. Let's not get too fantastical, shall we?
Serious, I mean, yeah.
Perfect. All right. So what's happening inside the Hops and Han? Heimdal, Barnaby?
Cool. I say to Heimdal, so to the sewers then?
I reckon we go to the Black Staff to see if we can get.
Let's send word to old Vashra,
yeah,
and we'll ask her to send her grey hands down to meet us in the sewers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I come in and relay the information I've just learnt, that there was a suspect heading towards the bent nail. Bent nail? Yeah.
I'm in agreement.
So do you want to go tell the chief lady first, or do we want to go straight to the bent nail and see what we can find out?
To the bent nail.
To the bent nail.
And we'll send word. Let's send. We'll like as we're walking, we'll be like,
or we can tell one of the guards.
We'll
tell one of the guards that we're going to the bent nail to investigate, to see what we can find out regarding this tragedy.
I'm also going to call to me a young boy and flick him a piece of silver, like with my thumb, and be like, "Go, Vashra, we've gone to the bent nail," just because I want to do that.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting pervy vibes, Barnaby.
Look, I was also going for an old timey cobbler.
He says, "How am I meant to know who Vashra is, Mister?"
Give me back that fucking coin, kid. Okay, you're useless.
You fool of a duke.
The last time I trust a prior to the century
A
English
street urchin.
moonshine.
Fair cop, Gov. Right, yeah, Vajra, what's the message? No, it's all right. It's all right, Gov. I got the silver. I'll get your message there wherever you need it.
Yeah, wonderful. Varsha, we're off to the bent nail. That's our message.
Right. He runs out, ducking like under the legs of a city watch officer who tries to stop him, and just yells like, "Fair cop, Gov. Got to go see Vajra. I'll be back before tea."
Thank you, good sir.
As the three of you exit the Hops and Hahn, though, the watch officers who have kind of taken up each side of the alleyway here are kind of in one instance like looking at the undead gnome that's kind of just still standing there waiting instructions. But as you walk up to them to kind of leave, one of them sort of puts up a hand and says, "Excuse me, sirs. As we said, you're going to have to stick around for questioning. Our sergeant's on his way, and they are sending down an investigator from the city. So I'll ask that you perhaps stay inside your residence or just stay within sight,
And I'll
as he will have some
that
questions
you not
for you."
get on the wrong side of Captain Staggert's trusty right hand. The captain and us go way back, and he'll trust that we have important business to do.
But as you say, good sir, and I telepathically command the undead gnome to run in the opposite direction, just as quick as he can, and try and draw their attention.
Okay. So
Just
one
distract-
so one of them's like, "Oh, Captain Staggart, and what's your name, sir?" And then the other guard is like, "Oi, get back here!" and kind of starts chasing off after the undead gnome, who kind of shambles away somewhat slowly. And the guard who you were just talking to says, "Oh, wait there," and then sort of they both kind of run off to try and tackle this thing and hold it back.
So before we grab the attention of these guys, I suggest that we stealthily head off in this direction here to see if we can schneck away before these guys notice we're buggering off.
Yeah, I was thinking we could even go back into our residence and go out the back door. I'm pretty sure we got the back door.
Cool. Yeah. Do we have a back door? I actually want to affirm. Do we have a back door or a basement or a sewer exit?
I mean, you certainly have a basement. You were locked up in there as a fucked up creature.
But as long as we can get out. Wait, do I know? I should know if I could have got out of the basement. Is there a way out?
There's probably a way out of the basement into. In fact, you probably know that there's a way out of the basement into the sewers in general. But there's inns and stuff always have back doors, to allow for deliveries or coal or whatever. Sure.
All right, let's go back inside then, and then we'll go out the back door.
Yep. Can we do that? And then head towards the nail?
Yeah.
Bend that.
As you're sort of heading back inside, you sort of just catch a glimpse of two figures who have arrived on the scene with a number of extra guards. And you catch a brief look at them. And I'm just going to show you their photo because I think I have their photo here. Here we go.
It's Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Watson. It's drug addict Watson.
That's right. Cool. So yeah, you kind of catch a glimpse of this investigator and what appears to be a watch sergeant arrive on the scene and kind of start taking command as you head back into the venue and proceed to make your way out the back.
Can we see the broken nail, the busted nail, broken nail, bent nail? It's not a big word to describe now.
Yeah, the etymology of that. So the bent nails are here, run by everyone's favorite Talisovana, aka Tally.
Everyone's favorite.
Tally to his friends.
Is it Tally? Okay. And is he just a tavern owner, or is he?
The bent nail is a. This is the carpentry shop that you got a bunch of furniture made from.
Cool.
So you head down the alleyway here, with Barnaby in tow.
Mm-hmm.
What are you on the lookout for? What are you doing?
So we're heading towards the bent now, keeping an eye out for old mate, who, a cloaked, burnt man, or anyone who looks like they've recently been in hot fire.
Mm-hmm.
So we check with Tally if he's seen anyone that matches the description.
Can we see Tally? Is he at the front?
So he's at the front, kind of looking around. Obviously, he heard the explosion, and is kind of outside and sees the three of you swiftly making your way in his direction. And he says, "Lads, that wasn't you, was it?"
No.
No, not us, my good sir. We're actually in the. We were lucky to escape major damage to our tavern. Did you? I have a look at his windows. Has he got any blown out windows?
No. So the explosion hasn't really hit out this far.
Consider yourself lucky. We've lost most of our windows to the concussion. I ask him, speaking of which, have you seen a cloaked and hooded man walk this way? Preferably one that looks rather scorched or singed.
Probably moving in a hurry.
I haven't seen that, but I did see something really peculiar. Upon the this is why I thought it maybe had something to do with you. I saw a wooden man up on your rooftop, not moments after the
Son of a
blast.
bitch.
A wooden man?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really much of a man, more like almost like a puppet shaped like a man, a puppet without strings. It was up on the rooftop. It seemed to it sort of made its way across the rooftop after the explosion.
I'm not thinking about. I'm picturing that scarecrow from one of those Miyazaki films.
I don't think I know which one you're referencing.
Never mind. I was like, what made you? Yeah, I'm just thinking, was it moving or was it just a still character?
No, it was moving. So I was looking up through the alleyway and saw obviously the smoke rising up above your roof, because I couldn't sort of see what had made that explosion from here. But then I saw this kind of wooden, almost like a wooden boy, run across the rooftops. It was such a peculiar sight. I thought maybe this was perhaps something to do with your grand reopening or something. What actually happened?
Oh, well, look, we're all for grand reopenings, but that's a little, that's a bit of a pyrotechnics that's probably beyond us. I ask him, does he mind if we have a look in and around his establishment for the perpetrator.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. No one's really been in here all day. Who are you looking for? Sorry.
There was we have a witness that described a cloaked, burnt, and singed man heading in this direction.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
could have continued.
Yeah. Oh, certainly. You can. Yeah. Come on in and have a look.
I think I lost you guys. Hold up.
We can hear you.
I can't hear anyone.
We can hear you. We love you. Come back.
Well, which way did this wooden figure go, Sir Tully?
It made its way across the rooftops. Let me double check there. Oh, here we go. It seemed to be heading south, perhaps towards the sea ward.
South. So somehow it jumped.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced sword.
What?
It's not seawater, it's sword. No, sorry, I'm just being very, very not funny. All right, continue.
Yeah.
Is this north, south, east, west oriented correctly?
Yes. Yeah. So it jumped over from one of the rooftops to another.
Right. I two figures over here. What do I see?
So this is, you see to your south, also sort of standing out on their deck, looking up the alleyway. There is a fire elemental or fire genasi and a water genasi, who are hanging outside what appears to be sort of a blacksmith's shop, looking up at the alleyway, trying to see what all the commotion is about.
Okay. All right, what do you want to do, lads?
I run in and attack.
Attack who? Paul?
Yo.
Attack who?
I attack the fire genasi with. Sorry, no, I attack the the water one with thunder step.
Okay.
I'm going to run in. I'm going to actually that should attack both of them because it is in a. Sorry, I haven't used it in a while. It is a. How big is that? 10 feet of space I leave. So they're within 10 feet of each other.
Yeah, they're standing like next to each other, like holding hands.
Right next to each other. Yeah. Cool. So I'm
like literally
they're
holding hands, and that you can see like steam coming off the water genasi.
It's a forbidden love, and I'm not as progressive as some of the local governments here, evidently.
Oh my god! Okay.
And I'm going to. Well, I mean, they hired a fucking werewolf on their police force. It's just not okay. And I'm going to thunderstep and then move back to there.
So you run in and then thunderstep out. Is that right?
Yep. Thunderstep out, and it is 3d10 thunder damage.
All right. So what does it look like when you run up to them? Like, are you
mad? I look frenzied.
Okay.
Like when Gronk used to get his rage on.
Yeah, gotcha. And as you run over, they kind of like wave at you, and are like, "Oh, you must be the new proprietors of like." Oh my god. Okay, roll me that damage, I guess, dude. And we're gonna get into initiative.
Oh wait, that didn't work. Why didn't that work?
Did you type /roll?
I'll give you one guess.
Don't know. Typed. Okay.
You say 3d10? That is massive damage.
I am struggling with this contraption. Why would I want to roll 1d8? Not a great roll, but thunder damage, which I
Do they have to make
would
a
imagine.
Constitution save?
Yeah, I'd say that's.
And you do remember that thunder is sound, not lightning.
Damn it! No, I didn't.
I figured you didn't. I figured
Okay.
you didn't.
Yeah,
that's
they
fine.
must make a con save.
Okay, it looks like they failed their con saves. So they're going to each take 13 damage.
And the thunder can be heard up to 300 feet away.
Yeah, great. So what was
So now we've just alerted everybody that.
So there was a loud explosion boom of a fireball that broke a bunch of windows. Now there is another loud explosion of just sound, a massive thunderclap that also blows out a bunch of windows. And
Tally's going to be pissed.
Yeah, Tally's not happy.
What?
We're rolling initiative.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Wonderful.
You got to change the. Oh no, you go /W. I think you can type DM.
No, there's a little drop down from public roll. Oh, roll.
Yeah, I changed it to private GM roll, but evidently.
Yeah.
So if you go /W space, and then if you type in, I think Game Master, you should be able to whisper to me. But you're also going to have to roll initiative.
I've got a staff of swarming insects. It says it's got 10 charges, right? And I assume that if I consume those charges, I can't use my staff anymore. Is there a way to recharge it?
If it might say on there that like charges recharge at dawn or like once a week or something.
Oh, daily at dawn. If I read the first sentence, then yeah. Whoa.
Cool. Barnaby and Sprig, I need you to roll initiative.
I did. I'm up there at 15.
Oh, okay, right. 15.
I'm just going to roll in Old Mate D&D Beyond because I don't want to waste any of everyone's time. And I know how to do that. It's an 18 natty with initiative of 3, so 21.
21, easy. Cool. All right, Barnaby. After running forward and thunderclapping back, creating a massive explosion of sound, the water genasi looks quite injured. The fire genasi looks very affronted, and so does kind of everyone else in the alleyway here. You hear a shout from what may be the City Watch behind you, but you are first to act.
Wonderful. I am then going to cast Shatter in the middle of the two of them, which is 3d8, and I believe they would need to do a con save as well. Yep, they do.
Yep.
Not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. So they're going to take...
Oh, fancy dice.
Yeah, I've got fancy dice. They're going to take 12 damage.
Jeez. All right. The water genasi is really not looking good. The fire genasi, as you know, you sort of split piece. There's parts of his skin is splitting open. This water genasi, as from the second or third boom of sound today, I guess. Okay. Everyone looks shocked. Everyone is like, where the fuck is this coming from? Possibly even Heimdal, who actually, Heimdal may not be shocked because I think Heimdal never trusted you anyway. Heimdal, it's your
It's out of character.
Yeah.
I know it's out of character.
Yeah. Heimdal, it is your turn though.
I cast polymorph on Barnaby, and I turn him into
A great ape.
no. A sloth.
Like a really athletic sloth, like one that's
No.
super
Okay.
powerful.
Wait a second. Before I do that, I kind of talk with Sprig. Sprig's fairly new. I feel like this is Barnaby's under some sort of influence because this is out of character for him. Barnaby, what are you doing? This is not you. Wait. You're right next to me. So, what's up? Why are you attacking people
Is
that are?
Barnaby racially profiling, flame elemental people because they must have started the fires?
But
Yeah,
Barnaby is
it's hard to tell. You're also not sure whether Barnaby is, in this instance, like racially, he's got a racial problem with like fire and water genasi mixing, genasis in general, or the fact that they're both men. I mean, it could be just so much bigotry just all the way down.
Oh, they're both men.
Barnaby doesn't know that. He doesn't see colors or genders. He just saw two, creatures pop out of this house next to a fire. One of them being made of flame, and he was, he proactively engaged in combat.
So, also, you seem completely unfazed by the death and carnage around you from the fire thing. This is un-Barnaby. So, I say we take Barnaby Sprig. We take Barnaby back to the Black Staff.
We're in initiative. So is that a turn?
Well, I guess that's
Do we have time to talk? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, there's always time to talk.
So what's Tally doing, may I ask? Because he looking like he's just about to, or is he just confused?
He's confused. It looks like he's sort of grabbing a club from behind the door, though.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Well, yeah. So I just reckon we should get to the. Is it the Black Staff? No. Is that where we're going? Yeah. We should get to the Black Staff as quick as possible.
Yeah.
To prevent a case of malaise.
Yep. Okay. Barnaby, are you in with that?
Am I a sloth?
Not yet.
No, I'm gonna hang around and take down these two.
Why those two?
Because I'm compelled to.
Right. Yeah. Okay, cool. You're under a spell. I'm gonna cast polymorph on Barnaby. And actually, no. No, I'm going to dispel magic. At level level 4 dispel magic.
Okay.
On Barnaby.
All right. Can you link that? Can you link dispel magic?
I can.
Ends for each spell of a 4th level higher on the target, making. All right. I just gotta look up a spell real quick. Where are we? Spells. Fourth level.
Yep, 4th level.
Big spell.
Make
It is a big spell.
Make an Arcana check for me, please. You're casting it at 4th level?
I'm casting it at 4th level.
Equal to. Okay, yeah, cool. 15. All right, sweet. You you cast a spell magic on Barnaby, and the loot that's sort of on his back, that he was just kind of restringing recently. All the strings sort of glow purple for a moment and then shatter. There's a twang of the strings breaking, and you see sort of this fog kind of lift from Barnaby's eyes, and he appears to be no longer under this spell.
Okay. I suggest we book it. So what I'm going to do is cast a spike growth here, because I'm predicting that there's going to be a whole horde of guardsmen that are going to come. So I'm going to try and basically slow them down. And I suggest we book it this way, and then get as quickly as we can to the black stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Sounds
you throw
like a fantastic idea.
So you throw up the spike growth. So in the alleyway you've just come through, a bunch of vines and spikes start growing to kind of impede the passage of any guards that are coming up behind you. Twist and sprouts. Yeah, so parts of the greenhouse even sort of shoot out and kind of create a wall almost of spikes and brambles, cutting off that part of the alleyway.
Yeah. Are we out of initiative? We're still going.
I guess you're kind of still in initiative because before
Genasi's
you, I guess the Genasi's kind of pissed, and just gives you a like, what the fuck?
Can we explain that he was under a spell?
Yeah. Well, I don't have. That's my turn, isn't it? That's my action.
Yeah.
You can talk.
You can talk during your turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. I'll just use that my turn. Cool. I just make say to the guys, let's book it.
Hold on. All right, so you start as you start running. Embrick, the fire genasi, sort of seems to kind of shield the water genasi as you start moving. So you just start running. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Magic. Oh, that's the one thing I'm good at. I never do things that I'm good at.
That's pretty good. So you kind of grab Barnaby, who is still sort of just shocked, and kind of what is your reaction, Barnaby, as you've sort of like had this fugue state lifted from you?
Yeah, I'm really taken aback. I'm incredibly confused. I'm sitting there and
everyone seems to be really angry at you for some reason.
That's pretty. I turn to Sprig and Heimdal and say, "Who did I fuck?" Because I'm used to being looked at that, and being kicked out of a tavern, or being told, like there's some angry husband who's waiting for me. So I naturally just think that this is what's going on. And I look and I see that there's these two Genasi who are angry, and I put my guard up again because they're I assume they're coming for us. We're in initiative still, so I'm asking what's going on. I'm confused, but I'm ready to defend myself if need be.
It seems like Sprig is kind of grabbing you and dragging you through this alleyway, though. And as you kind of make your way through the alleyway, where semi in initiative, semi out at the moment. You hear guards at the edge of the sort of spike growth that you threw up, Sprig. And you're getting all kinds of nasty looks from Tally and the Genasis as you make your way out through the alleyway. Now there is a bend in the alleyway that takes it north. There is also to the south a sort of a manhole cover that perhaps would lead down to the sewers. And there is also a brewery house that you believe theoretically you could pass through to go south.
Is south our direction we want to go in? I can't remember. Or is it north?
South is the way that the wooden man ran.
Mm-hmm.
And the sewers is where we assume the Xanatar went.
As I run past the Genasi, I say, if I did that, I am so sorry. Please come by for a free beverage to Hops and Han anytime you like.
Oh, you just gave them the. I think we need to murder them now. We have witnesses and they know where we live.
I think they knew us before.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Well, now they really need to die.
I think, yeah, because you'd gone around the streets and, chatted to everyone and been like, hey, we're moving in. Yeah, I think you had met them, or at least one of them before.
Yeah, we were like, hey, we're really cool and accepting. Interracial, into what species, whatever you may be, it's all good. We love it.
My best friends are Genasis.
Some of my best friends are Genasis. I've got a friend of mine. He's an Air Genasi. Perhaps you know him.
Yeah.
Jesus. So which way do you head?
Do we feel like the sewers, lads?
I think it's better time now than later because I feel like we're on top of everything. Because we're trying to find this. We're so close to the Stone of Galore. We may as well try and track it down.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Barnaby in his confused state is just agreeable. He's feeling really bad now. He feels like he did cause a little bit of damage. So he's just going to be really subservient for the next little while. So whatever you guys want to do, man, I'm cool. He doesn't really trust himself yet.
As you follow them, Barnaby, that you feel a bit of a hot butt as a small flame ignites on your butt as you're running away, and you can take 4 fire damage.
That's fair. I say, look, fair enough. Again, I'll make it 2 pints for each of you. Really, really sorry for whatever I did.
And you see the fire genasi kind of hugging the water genasi, and the fire genasi is like flipping you the bird, and there's like a little flame coming off his fingernail.
Feel really bad now, actually.
Cool. All right. So the 3 of you duck into the sewers. Barnaby giving away free drinks like candy, or the promises of free drinks like candy. And you duck into the sewers, and there's a splash as you make your way down. All right. Let's take a little break there because I'm gonna grab some hydration and probably even some libation at that point. While I pull up the next notes of what's going to happen next, and also work out how that's going to impact you guys later down the track.
Oh yay!
So my dispel magic is something that requires like a V and S. What's V and S?
So V is a verbal component, so you had to say the magic words. And S is a semantic component. So you had to have your hands free to be able to, wiggle your fingers or whatever.
Okay, so you would assume that the genies, the fire and water thing, would have seen me perform that incantation to break the spell?
I mean, they would have seen you wave your hands and say some magic words at Barnaby, and then his lute strings break.
And then probably his fueled anger turned into bewilderment.
Yeah.
They were on him pretty intently.
Let's see.
Should they throw an insight check?
Yeah, I'm going to give them some insight checks to see if they even know what's going down. Because you got to remember they just got fucked on a little bit. As you leave Heimdal, give me an insight check yourself. Right.
It's happening.
Yeah. So I guess like magic or not, it's kind of like you've shepherded you where your friend is like, oh, I'm so sorry, he was just really drunk, and they're like, yeah, but he's still an asshole.
Yeah. So fair. I wouldn't forgive someone if they did that to my life partner. So I don't expect to be forgiven. All I ask is for a chance at redemption as I jump into the sewer. That's what I say to them. If you'll allow me, Daniel, to comment.
Yeah. So the last words is their eyes do not look very forgiving. I would be checking your shoes every time you wake up in the morning now to make sure they're not soggy with water or something.
Or like on fire.
Or on fire.
It's one extreme.
One shoe is going to be burning hot. The other shoe is going to be wet and soggy.
It's so unpleasant. Oh.
Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm going to grab a drink.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Oh, that's a great sound.
Is that ice in a glass, or is that like the Milo
That
spoon?
that was quintessential like ice in a glass sound. It could have been off like Shutterstock or whatever it is.
Where am I? So what kind of hydration libation have you got, Matt?
I have Heine Leinekens. They're my weekly during the week go-to beers due to, I don't know, they're affordable.
Yeah.
And not shit.
Yeah. Good.
I just...
Oh, sorry,
I do like crafty beers, but only on the occasions where I'm just like having one. But yeah. What are you partaking in?
I'm being a peasant and just drinking water. Let's try that. I just realized like the chat is coming through. Just very poorly in terms of like it can't be seen very well. As someone in chat, Starclaws just mentioned that Heimdal has a lot of HP for a wizard, and he does. And I think that's like his maximum theoretical health. I don't know if he's actually rolled super successfully every single time.
We got some HP, like permanent HP increases. Permanent HP increase from.
That's right. Didn't you get the Pure Blonde cider cans?
Yeah.
That's right. Because I was looking at it here and it says max HP 65, hit dice 8d6. Yeah, so you get plus 16 health from Constitution. It's crazy. You just didn't want to be a glass cannon, did you?
No.
That's cool.
You got plus 16 health from a can of cider.
Oh no, from his Constitution modifier.
I got plus 5 from a can of cider.
Pretty good. Permanently?
Permanently.
Jeez, I gotta get me a can of cider.
I think it was the last one in the Fantasy Bunnings.
Existence?
Well, it's the last one in the Fantasy Bunnings.
Alright. Well, to complement Keg's storyline, I'm now going to be trying to find a can of cider.
Yeah, well, it's a can of pure blonde cider though, so it tasted awful on the way down.
It's basically just water,
pretty much.
but low carb, you know.
Yeah, low carb. I mean, yeah, can't complain, I suppose. All right.
So what's your HP now, Steve?
65.
Jeez, that's better than mine. Fucking hell.
Give me a minute while I set up the next room.
Oh, good.
And by the next room, I mean the sewers. Filthy, dank sewers.
Yeah.
So, Barnaby.
Hmm?
Do you know when you got those those loot strings? When you bought those strings for your loot?
Well, it's funny because as I was in the tavern tuning, I found them. They were on the under the stage. I thought that as I was prepping the stage, I found it. So I just thought, oh, good. Okay, these are cracked. They looked in good condition. Heck, minute, I'm running through the fucking streets with you and Han.
Did they have dust on them by chance? Do you remember if they looked like they'd been there for a while, or were they just under the deck?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I'd like to, but yeah.
I'll message you something. Paul. Hold on.
Wonderful. So I think, Steve, yeah, from my recollection, I wouldn't put any shitty strings on my loot. So they look good. They were in good condition. They fitted perfectly, which at the time I probably should have reflected was strange, given I have a custom loot. Yeah, so they were new and they fitted absolutely perfectly.
I assume this is talk we're having in the sewer, right?
Yeah, as you're sort of sloshing through the sewer here.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
Hang on a second. Who you said? Was it Mara that you said to go tell us where we were going?
Well, Mara is the person that we trust a lot has known us for years, and I've known since a child. Who set us on this very quest. So I don't know what you're implying here, but
There's the whole time thing where she's
just remember that Mara right now, the Mara that we know now is not the Mara that you know before. This is a completely different Mara.
Is that true? I thought there was like some sort of time heisty thing where
Yeah, but she's
like alternate universe Mara.
Is this like when you write yourself a letter to the future? Like the person you're writing to is a different person than you are now, and when you receive it, the person who sent it to you is who you were. Is that?
Yeah. So tell me, is this correct? Are we in? So Mara from the future sent us to the past and said, "Go find me in the tavern, and I'll help you."
I'll help you get the Rod of Ruin.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the one from the past didn't even recognize us.
Well, she didn't recognize you. I think she did, and she recognized Barnaby in the end.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry, because Barnaby, you guys had a thing before you went into the...
Yeah, before we went to the pyramid. Yes, we've known it from a very young age. We rescued her from a gang of goblins. She was like one of the first quests we did.
Outside the keep on the Shadowfell. For those playing at home.
So it's just interesting that you were under a spell, but you seemed compelled to let Mara know where you were going.
Who's rolling things? I saw a roll.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about those rolls.
I'm still suspicious of Mara.
Did I seem compelled to let her know? I'm trying to think.
You did. You said, here, take a silver and tell, was it Mara, where we're going?
No. That was Vashra. That was
the black stuff.
Yeah.
Ah.
That was the person, remember, when we were debating whether or not we go tell her or if we go to the inn.
Right. Okay. Never mind. Would have preferred if it was Mara.
Because it'd fit your theory. Like Heimdal conjures up his string and bloody corkboard.
This is a confirmation bias if I've ever seen one here, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that this is the conversation that's happening though, like in the sewers. It's like you were telling Mara, under the spell, you were telling Mara where you were going, and he's like, no, I thought we were telling Blackstaff where we were going.
Yeah. So yeah, I my money's on it's the bloke who went on the roof, probably threw those strings down, maybe to distract us, maybe just wanted to see what was going on, wanted to see what happened when I played them strings. All I know is I actually genuinely need some new strings now.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So you make your way, walking fast. Base is parked and you're home by one.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't fixed all those walls properly. My bad. So what happens when you do a non-union job? Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. I want to see if I have. Do I have music? Here we go.
Yeah, nice.
Can we hear sewer music?
The atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sewer music.
Cool. All right. So you're splashing through the sewers, trying to find essentially another exit, and making your way through.
Can I cast a investigation to see if we see any like burnt soot or stuff, like remnants of a recent burning something?
Sure. Yeah. Give me an investigation check. So you're looking for to see if you're on the trail of the burnt man.
Yes. 21.
In fact,
Whoa! +8? That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
In fact, you do. You see, heading east. Actually, there seems to be some sort of footprints in the muck that haven't quite washed away yet.
Nice.
You're not sure who they belong to, but certainly someone has been through here, perhaps recently.
Do they look?
What direction are they heading?
East.
Are the steps evenly placed, or are they oddly placed? So he's got a limp.
Excellent question. Yeah, it does seem like if not a limp, they're not. The foot drags occasionally, sometimes, not always, and then you kind of lose the trail a little bit as it just becomes filth and water, and then you're able to kind of pick up the trail again.
Okay, can we just follow that then?
Sure.
You guys cool with that?
Yep, sounds good.
Well, yeah. Which way do they go up? Do they go through this door?
Third door.
Keep going.
No,
east.
just keep going.
Okay. I am finding it very hard to see because there's a lot of blackness.
Can you not see? You can see in the dark, or is it just?
There's a door. There's a door over here. I'm gonna click this door.
Yep. Yeah. I see a little door picture. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that one. Hold on. Let me fix that all.
I'm gonna go investigate these boxes. Is there anything of value in these boxes?
So you have a look around. Give me a perception check, Sprig.
Nah.
You have a look around. There's not really anything of value down here. There's a bunch of sort of damp rags, and
Oh, damp rags! They're my
damp rags.
favorite.
Love some damp rags. But
I'm with you, Barnaby. I just want to make sure that there's no.
Do we still have the footprints?
Yeah. I want to follow the footprints.
So there was another door in that corridor, Barnaby, that you looked into. However, the door beyond that was locked.
It was locked. Well, yeah, that's a clever little feature. I like that. I was like, felt like I was actually trying to open the door and it was locked. Oh, it was fun.
Did it make the lock sound for you when you clicked it?
It did, yeah. I was like, oh, what's going on?
In the gloom here, do all of you have night vision or just Heimdal? I'm not sure what Sprig has.
I think I might have something along those lines. Traits, right?
Or it
Dark
could be
vision.
in your senses. Yeah.
Dim light within 60 feet.
Okay. And Heimdal, what's yours? Also
Dark
60
vision,
feet?
60 feet.
Okay. Cool. Floating in this room, you see what looks to be a sort of like a floating head with one big central eye and 4 eye stalks coming off it.
Where are the footprints going?
It looks like this.
Oh, no. Did you say statue or it's a living creature?
Living creature that's floating around, looking around.
Oh, look, boys, I reckon we stealth this. Let's try to stealth a creature that has 5 eyes.
Yeah.
Who wants to become invisible? We're whispering.
I'm down with that.
Who's good at stealth?
Not me.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn Sprig. You're coming invisible with me, buddy.
Okay.
You know what, Sprig? I'm not going to cast this at the 3rd level. Actually,
I got +1. It's not bad. It's not good.
I got plus. I don't have any plus.
It's off Doom.
It does look like it's off Doom. Because I'm small, do I get naturally
No.
more?
You know what? I don't think we're going to pass this stealth check, so I'm not going to burn a spell slot here, given I already used a few with against my Genasi fight.
Against the Genasi. Jesus.
Just an innocent person on the street and burn him.
And look,
yeah,
you might need those spell slots to deal with the constabulary if you ever go back to your house.
Yes, that's true. I need to persuade some people. What should we do? Should we try to sneak past or?
Well,
I'm actually up for a fight, if that's all right.
yeah, okay.
I'm just.
Should have fought the Genasi then, James.
Hey, I've got a moral compass.
All right, so you are sort of around the corner, kind of looking at this thing floating around, or at least Heimdal and Sprig can see it and tell Barnaby about it, I believe. Yeah, because Barnaby, you can't see it if you click your character. It restricts it to your vision.
Yeah, I cannot see a creature.
I can't see the creature. My for some reason.
Is yours not working?
Well, yeah, I've got shadow,
I think.
dark stuff all over the place.
There's pillars here.
Sure, yes. It's weird that you can't see it.
I can.
Steve.
So I've got right now my character is in complete darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Here it's in like a light shadow.
Has he been blinded?
It's all light shadow up here. And then this.
Are you blind?
This is. I can see this.
Do you want to try maybe refreshing?
Yeah.
And I'll activate a different map and come back and see if that helps.
No, it's all good. I can kind of make out what's happening.
Yeah, and worst case scenario, you can always watch the stream anyway, because that's got all of your combined visions.
Yeah, cool.
So you should be able to see the room clearly, but then beyond it, up the sewer way is sort of darkened, and every area you've looked at already is kind of darkened as well. Sort of like fog of war.
Yeah, this looks better. Yeah, cool, much better.
All right. Roll initiative for me, please.
You.
What was yours, Sprig? A 6.
Mine?
Yeah.
It rolled twice. Never mind.
So as you kind of move into the room, the spectator turns to see you with its 5 eyes. In fact, 2 of its eyes on the stalks are always looking around. It sees you from behind and then spins around at you. And one of the eye stalks, a beam lances out at you, Heimdal. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I can do that.
And then another beam lances out at you, Barnaby, and I need you to make a con save.
11, I think.
Okay. Heimdal, you all of a sudden become confused.
With 11?
Yeah, 11 is terrible.
What?
Was it con for me?
Yeah. Constitution save for Barnaby.
Anything for Sprig?
No, not anything for Sprig. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, that was almost an 18.
Okay.
That's a lot of dice.
Barnaby, you take 16 necrotic damage as this sort of dark purple, black light-esque ray lances out and just carves you up. It's like leaving this sort of gashing wound on your side there that looks like it's sort of festering and terrible. Where do I have a confusion? That's stunned, paralyzed. We'll put it as afraid. Heimdal, you are confused until the end of your next turn. On your turn, you can't move or use your actions No, you can't move. You have to use your action to make a melee or ranged attack against a randomly determined creature within range.
Oh, nay. He's only got one person in range.
And it's Barnaby's turn.
Run! He's got it in
Um,
range. Look at his eye.
So you've seen a beam hit Heimdal, and now he's looking at you very weirdly. But of course, you're maybe potentially so engrossed in your own nonsense because you've just been hit by a beam out of the darkness. You didn't even see where it came from.
Then who? Yeah, no. Barnaby does not like that. He is not fond of what has just happened, and he can't see anything that's happening either. So how can he possibly understand what's happening? Well, I guess Heimdal and Sprig have told him that there is this beholder-looking creature up ahead, right?
Yep.
So he needs to get a closer look before. If he's going to move away from Heimdal and hide behind this pillar, so take cover from the creature. I can't neatly take cover on the map because it's right in the middle, but yeah. And from there, so I can't see it, can I? So I can't really attack it.
Not without some sort of light.
Well, look, I'll cast Dancing Lights as a cantrip to give me some vision as well, I suppose. Yeah.
I think I had a macro for that. Let me have a look. Community macros. Maybe not. Let's just create a thing that gives off light. Living lightning bolt. That looks cool. And so, what is the light details of dancing lights again?
So it is either 4 small lights or one. So I'll go the one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium light.
Okay. And how far does it project light out to?
It sheds light in a 10-foot radius.
Cool. Let's grab you. So you got a little man made of light, and 10-foot radius, dim light.
Yep.
Dim light radius, 10 feet. Boom. And you've sort of plonked it down over there. Does that help you see now?
Yeah, I've just got to adjust my thingy. Yes,
well,
it does.
you can essentially poke yourself out of cover to take a look and then duck back in, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
So this guy is my light, is he?
Correct. I put the Charming Ghost as your light source.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Lovely. Great.
Is that an action to do that cantrip?
I believe it is. I could use it as a bonus action to... It says as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the lights.
Okay, but it's probably an action to cast.
Oh, no, it does. Sorry, it says casting time on action. Sorry, yep.
Cool. All right, so you hunker down, splashing in the water there a little bit, hunkering down behind this pillar, and cast dancing lights to illuminate the spectator and kind of move the light source to be near it or centered on it, so you can see it at least in this room. Heimdal.
Okay, so back to here. I will. Is it really my turn already?
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been damaged yet, so
Nope.
I guess I will wisdom. I'm gonna go with I'm going to try and cause fear. Probably not the best idea.
Okay.
But
Actually, you can't do anything on your turn. You have to try and make a ranged attack against something close by, or randomly determined. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Sprig, the Spectator, and Barnaby. I'm going to roll a d3.
Oh, wait. Randomly, wouldn't it also include the Spectre?
Yeah,
Yes,
it
that's
does. Yeah, so there's so Sprig will be 1, the Spectator will be 2, and Barnaby will be 3.
What's this thing next to him, out of curiosity?
That's the
That's
light that
the light.
Barnaby's created.
Okay.
I just gave it a token because
Gotcha.
I can move and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's all I can do at short notice. Cool. All right.
Wait, 2? But
Sorry?
I rolled it and it was going to hit Barnaby, but Heimdal, you can take that. I'll let you take that one. You rolled it. You did roll it at the same time.
I
Can we
did.
please take Heimdall's roll?
Yeah. So you have to make an attack on the Spectator.
Which
ranged
is
attack.
a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Could it be cause fear?
Could it be cause fear? Sure.
It's
I'll
got a
allow it.
range of 60 feet.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
It's honestly, it's probably not the best idea anyway, because I feel like it's a smart creature because it's got lots of eyes,
Sure.
and it needs to make a wisdom save. So, but yeah,
Wisdom save on the Spectator. Boop, boop. Yeah.
it is not afraid.
It's very not afraid.
It is, yeah.
All right, Sprig.
I'm going to cast Conjure Woodland Beings. So I'm going to cast 8 1/4 light sprites around at 60 feet. So,
Light sprites.
well, just sprites. It's but yeah, 60 feet. So I'm just going to like cast it, functionally here and just surround them.
How many?
8. Each of them has to roll initiative.
All right. Here we go, Gav. A lot of them just have like 1 health. Boom.
Please hope he has no AoE attacks. Holy!
All right. Cool. So you've summoned a bunch of sprites
Yeah.
surrounding him. Do they do anything on the turn they are summoned?
So I'm going. Can I give? Do I only give them? Sorry. Can I give them individual?
I haven't read the spell, so I don't know.
I have to. I have to give them a. If I don't give them a instruction, they just defend themselves.
Oh yeah. They're meant to have initiative as a group. My bad. That's fine. I'll just give them all 24 because that's the highest one there. They obey any verbal commands that you issue them, and I assume they do it as a group. Like,
Yeah.
you give the one command, and they just do it.
Okay, so I can't split it up. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna tell them to attack the creature, the summon the creatureling. What is it? Summonling. No,
The Spectator.
Spectator.
Yeah. Essentially, this is what people watching on Twitch look like, because they're spectating and they have 5 eyes and they see all, and they can cast crazy beams with their eyes. Cool. All right, so that's your spell. And yeah, if you don't issue a command, they defend themselves. All right, so you just yell at them, kill this eye creature. Sweet.
Yep.
They proceed to do so.
Can I describe how I summon them?
Sure. Yeah. You tell me that while I start rolling these dice.
So as because there's like this light, this vaguely humanoid light next to the Spectator, I summon them out of the light. So it's not like it diminishes the light in any way. It just sort of, there's like little sprites that are made of balls of energy and light, and it just seems to multiply and then multiply again and then multiply again, creating 8 little brosifs hanging around our spectator.
Excellent.
Okay, that's fun.
So for all of that, they all attack, flying around, trying to cut this thing up with their little swords. 4 of them hit, and so they do 4 damage.
Yay.
Cool. Spectator, super not jazzed about any of that. I could have done that. Never mind. All right, save that for later. Save that for fun times. It's going to try and just bite one of these little sprites. No luck though. Like they're just flying around too quickly, zooming in and out, just buzz, buzz, buzz. As we see Barnaby's turn, this spectator just floating around, trying to munch at these sort of moths that have come out of the light. These little light motes.
Are we now able to see? Oh God, I can't do that. If I do an AoE attack, it's just going to kill James's fucking son.
But you know, sometimes when you gotta cook a spectator, you gotta break a few sprites. You know what I mean?
You got to break. That's what they say, isn't it? Yeah. Well, what's my? How far is he from there?
And just as a mention, Starclaws in chat donated inspiration points so that Barnaby, you can mend those fences later with the Genasi with inspiration.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very kind. Thank you, kindly. This creature is 50 feet from me. So Barnaby is going to poke.
You sound very far away. Are you did you walk into the other room or into the bar?
Oh, no, sorry. I've only got one headphone in, and the headphone that has the mic on it slipped under my arm as I was eating chips. I'm not going to lie; it is not pretty here. So I'm going to go ahead and poke my head out from behind the pillar and yell to the spectator, hey, nice eyes, 5 eyes, and vicious mockery him.
Okay.
Just this mad, sick, glasses burn. It's not even glasses burn. He doesn't have glasses on. It's just like a fact. He's got 5 eyes, but he's really self-conscious about them.
And they're different sizes. They're not symmetrical.
That's why his skin looks the way it does. It's all boily and things because he's actually tried to draw attention away from his eyes. So
he's going to make a wisdom saving throw. Is that right?
He does need to make a wisdom saving throw.
He saves with a 21. Also, what I forgot to do before, as his reaction, if the spectator makes a successful saving throw against a spell or a spell attack misses, the spectator can choose another creature, including the spellcaster. It can see... within... within 30 feet. You're not within 30 feet, are you? No. All right, another creature. So, if the spell forces a saving throw, the chosen creature makes its own save. So you see the spectator's just not phased by this. In fact, so much so that the spectator seems to whisper to one of the sprites, "I think he's talking about you." And then the sprite needs to make its own spell, its own saving throw here. Does an 11 beat your DC? It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Can you roll the damage for me on that vicious mockery?
This is fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's snuffed out, that one. Boop. The sunny sprite is gone. Barnaby does not believe in
Sprig.
fairies.
I yell to Sprig and I say, Sprig, your sprites are fucking stupid. Mate. Okay.
All you hear is this high pitched sobbing.
Yeah. And you see Sprig clapping, like, I believe in fairies.
That's good.
All right. Barnaby, give me a perception check, but at disadvantage, because it's very dark where you are.
I sure shall.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh my god, are you kidding?
Double
That's double
20.
20?
That was a double 20. All right.
Unreal.
That is small props.
What can someone tell me the chances?
With disadvantage as well, so you still get a natural 20.
And 40.
Holy shit. Where's the fucking... I need to throw some fucking dice emotes. There we go. So even with disadvantage, even in the gloom, Barnaby, you feel the water moving. And there's sort of a breaking... You feel something sort of hard rub up against your leg in the scummy water of this sewer. But as this sort of what you thought was maybe just a giant log on the bog under the sea, turns out there's not a frog on the log on the bog in the bottom of the sea. It is a giant crocodile, and it tries to come up and attack you. It's going to attack you it was going to attack with advantage if you didn't see it coming. But you saw it coming so well, it's going to be at disadvantage to bite you now.
I'm very hyper vigilant when in water.
Yeah. Oh shit, did I just roll that with... cool, 11 to hit?
Nope.
Nope, okay. Alright. It comes up, tries to bite you. Oh wait, it's got a multi-attack. 2 attacks, one with its bite, one with its tail. It also tries to lash out at you with the tail. I'll give this one a disadvantage as well. No, so a 10. It's not going to cut it. Heimdal.
All right. I feel like my fear is going to work better on... Oh, man, I'm running... Okay, yeah. So I'm going to use Cause Fear on the crocodile.
Okay. Can you link me the Cause Fear spell again? I just want to see if there's like a requirement that it needs to like... Yeah. So, in one creature you can see within range. Yep, so it's creature, construction, undead are immune. Cool. All right, doesn't need language or anything like that. Fine. Yeah. No. So it's going to make a wisdom saving throw.
It does.
It gets a 16. What's your save DC?
With 16 is attack save.
Okay, so it is not feared.
Far out. All right.
But on the plus side, it can't send that fear back at you like the other thing.
True. I'm going to attach my magic missile. Pull out my magic missile wand.
Okay. Yeah. And just get that ready for next time.
Yep.
Cool. All right, Sprig.
Alrighty. Well, in seeing this giant crocodilian pop out of here, I'm going to go attack him with a thorn whip.
Yep.
My bad.
And it's...
I'm sure magic missiles just pop off all the time. You know, happens all the time. Happens to young gnomes all the time.
I pulled it out and I accidentally fucking shot it up.
Boom! Lucky you didn't have it down your pants.
I mean, it never misses, right? It's magic missile. So.
Lucky you didn't shoot your own dick off. We'll deal with that when we come to it. Vine Whip, did you say, Sprig? Yep.
Yeah.
20 will hit for 7 damage. And cool. Does that pull it or anything? It's just a whipping. Kind of.
No, that's just a longbow. It covers in thorns, lashes out command, make a melee attack, piercing damage. Creature is larger or smaller than you. Oh, so if the creature is larger or smaller than you,
is large or smaller than you. I think.
Is large or smaller.
Yeah, this thing's
Wait.
huge.
You
one's,
pull the creature up to 60 feet, to 10 feet towards you. So I suppose I'll do
no,
that.
so this thing's huge, so it's one step above large, so you can't pull it.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Cool.
All right, sprite time. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. They're gonna keep attacking this thing.
Keep him occupied. Keep
1,
his attention.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, these sprites are. Oh, natty one. Oh no.
All right. We got 3 hits for 3 damage. Look, by next week, we'll have killed this thing.
Hey, look, he's occupied. Hopefully, that was the idea, is just to keep him focused on the sprites.
To be fair, he kind of is. He's going to try and bite one, but he's having no luck either. We get to the crocodile though. Oh no, wait, sorry, Barnaby. I skipped over Barnaby. It's Barnaby's turn.
I'm just gonna run to the loo. You guys keep going.
Yep.
Barnaby is going to stall some time by telling a funny anecdote that happened to him. No,
to
so
the
Barnaby,
crocodile.
Damn it. Okay, no, sorry. I was trying to be a little bit clever, but instead of being clever, I'm just going to go ahead and, having seen the crocodile, Barnaby is not amused, and knowing that there is a creature of a great immense power up ahead as well, Barnaby decides that, well, he's got to just get the fuck out of here. But he remembered that he actually now these days is brave, and in order to achieve his redemption from attacking the Genasi, he needs to stay and fight. So instead, he'll turn himself into a better and bigger, maybe just slightly, crocodile than the giant crocodile. And we're going to have a croc off.
You're gonna have a croc off. Is this polymorph? Is it?
This is polymorph. Yep.
All right. Let me activate polymorph here. Giant crocodile. Now, a giant crocodile is a CR5 creature. Can you turn it into a CR5 creature, beast? What is the limitations on polymorph?
What is the limitation on polymorph? Creatures limited in the actions it can perform.
I think it's your level or below, right? Or something.
Yeah, would make sense. I'm having a look at it, sorry. Yep, the new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. So, yeah.
Cool. All right, yeah, so you can turn into a giant crocodile.
Hey, I've seen that creature now. Now I can, I can polymorph into him. I can also wild form him or something. Wild shape him.
Yeah, if you can transform into CR5 creatures with a swim speed, you certainly can. Everyone.
You
can
said
just
words
crocodile.
there.
Yeah, I did say words. So I'm going to click polymorph and just see what happens to Barnaby. Barnaby giant crocodile.
Holy crap! That's so cool.
There we go. So that's your spell. That's your action to cast that spell, I believe.
Can we all
That
just do
is-
polymorph and just like?
And what? Sorry, because I haven't done this yet as well. I before turning into that, I believe what actually happened was Heimdal was so inspired by my desire to stay and fight that he got an inspiration from Barnaby as a bonus action before he turned into the crocodile.
Yeah. Okay. I'll allow it.
I'm feeling the inspiration.
Just feeling incredibly inspired. Why? What's weird is it didn't give you your bite and tail attacks, I don't think, which is very upsetting.
Also, yeah, I can't see through it too much, but I suppose he's a crocodile, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll give you. Let me give you a bit of sight, just so it's not crazy boring. There we go. Features, active abilities.
I didn't mean that. Not that.
How do we? God damn it. All right, you got a bite here. How do we edit this one? Edit item. Cool. One action. I might just have to roll your attacks for you because you get a bite and a tail whip, and it's not coming up here.
Yeah.
Well, let me see if I can. Giant crocodile. Let's just create another one. Token.
Oh, I can do it. I can click on. Yeah,
Oh, when you
all good.
when you click yourself, you can cast bite and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. All right,
Yeah.
sweet, perfect. All right, so that's your turn. The crocodile is going to try and bite you, though. Seeing trying to big ups you. Get up in your grill here. It's 19 to hit for 24
damage. Brutal.
Jeez, that's really brutal.
Um,
I assume a 19 is going to hit, and yeah, cool.
Yep. Now I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw to tell me if you maintain your concentration on polymorph.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
How do I 5e concentration save? Gotta remember how to do this. We barely have it just never comes up. But you guys are all spellcastery whatevers. Concentration. Concentration check. Whenever you take damage, you must make Constitution saving throw to maintain the DC equals 10 or half the damage you take.
Yeah.
So half the damage is 12. You beat 12. You're still concentrating. Good stuff. Because no one else is within range of its tail, it is going to lash out at its tail at you.
Goddamn.
For 11 bludgeoning damage.
Is that attack of opportunity? What's going on?
It has multi-attack. It attacks twice. And I need you. I need you to make.
Did you make another content?
I need you to make a strength save. And yes, he needs to make another con save. Are you minusing your health in D&D Beyond or in Foundry?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You might just need to do it in D&D in Foundry, or I can take it off.
Yeah.
The health off if you want. So minus.
Yeah,
12.
how do I do it? I tried to do that, but okay, cool, awesome.
If you right click your token, there'll be like a little box of health underneath. You can click to highlight it and go like minus.
Awesome, great. Thank you.
So that's minus 24, and then a further minus 11. There you go. Cool. All right, Heimdal.
All right, I'm going to. Oh, I feel like I want to use fear. I'm going to use fear again.
Okay. On
the lizard.
Yeah. I mean, there's these two lizards wrestling in the pooey water. Which one's which? Who knows?
Well,
hold on, sorry, Dan. Did that tail attack actually hit me? Don't I have an AC of 14?
Yeah, it hit for 23. Like it hit a 23 and then did 11 damage.
Sorry, I was reading it the other way around. My apologies. Yeah.
So I just need another con save from you as well. While Heimdal casts Cause Fear, is that right?
Yep.
All
so he has to get a 16.
Wisdom saving.
You're hitting me.
No.
No, the crocodile.
Yes. Okay,
All right.
cool.
So he is feared. He's frightened. What does cause fear do? Or does that? It just happens on his turn. I'll ask, I guess.
So this is awesome. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened until the spell ends. The frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. Basically, he becomes frightened, and I think you need to look up what frightened does because he has disadvantage on all of his attacks while I'm in line of sight.
Yep.
And he cannot willingly move closer to me.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Would you like to move anywhere at all? Or are you happy just parking your butt there?
Well, I think it's good here, but maybe I'll go. I'm just going to move a little bit this way.
Okay.
For now.
Sweet. And it is now Sprig's turn.
So I'm trying to find the radius.
The radius tool?
No, I'm trying to find the radius of this attack. I'm looking at my staff of swarming insects.
Yeah.
I think it's very small. I think it's like 5 feet. 5 feet, range 5 feet. Okay, never mind.
So I think that means it creates a swarm in a spot. So it's just like one spot, which is why it's the 5 feet.
Well, I'm going to do a giant insect swarm around old Crocodilian. Giant insect, 4 charges. All right, can I cast that? Did it drop? No.
You might just need to manually. It may not be smart enough. You might just need to
Well, it's taking up my charges in here. It is 10. Sorry.
And it summons a giant insect. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Cool.
Okay. Stuff is 10 charges. Regain. Yep.
Giant insect. Oh god, I don't even have that in my book. Hold on. You're just causing all kinds of headaches for me, man.
I'm so sorry. I'm just going to try and roll this. I'm going to try and roll this and see if it works. No.
Insect. A swarm of insects? Why did I give you a magic staff that I can't even, like... Let's go. So was it giant insect?
I think it's
NPC.
Hit DC is +6. What happens if I click this? Nope.
What do we got? Companions, time heist. What are we doing? Let's do that. Predator. Do we have stats for the giant insect? We do. Oh, it's in the PHP. Why do I not have that? Sorry. Una momento. Por favor. Interesting. Giant insect. Let me look at.
Okay. All right. No, I don't think I can do that because I need to find. You transform 10 centipedes, 3 spiders, 5 wasps, or 1 scorpion in range into a giant version of their natural form.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I can give you a swarm of insects.
Yeah, let me just go
But
back.
I'm not prepared to give you a giant insect.
Yeah.
Just because I can't find it in my
Yeah, but also
in
okay.
my library.
Swarming focus, 20-foot radius sphere. Yep. It's up to 300 feet. Yeah, okay, it's fine. 20-foot radius. I'm going to do it here just so it encapsulates him, but not Barnaby. Creature takes 4d10 piercing damage on a failed save. It's a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, actually, you can probably. Okay, sorry, I was looking for giant insects, but it creates a giant centipede, or a giant spider, or a giant wasp, or a giant scorpion, right? So you could get 3.
It transforms them.
Yeah, so you can either get 10 giant centipedes, 3 giant spiders, 5 giant wasps, or 1 giant scorpion. I'm going to say you can find. Yeah. What would you like?
Let's just make it easy, and I'll go with the swarm of insects, and maybe next time I'll do a insect plague.
Okay. So you're making a swarm of insects on the crocodile or on the spectator? On the crocodilian.
Crocodilian. And what is it? It's a disadvantage, right, on saves? Or on attacks? Heimdal?
It's disadvantage on all attacks.
Okay, so not saves. All right.
So
So it has to do a Constitution saving throw?
So you're making an insect plague, is that right?
Yeah, an insect plague.
Cool. 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you choose within range. When the area appears, each creature must make a Constitution saving throw, and a creature takes 4d10 piercing damage on a failed save. That's the one?
Yep.
All right. So where is it centered?
It's centered, yeah, but somewhere there that it doesn't encapsulate Barnaby. Kind of in the center of that.
Somewhere around there.
Yep. Oh, no.
All right. Let's insect plague. Can you roll for me 4d10?
I did it.
Oh, you've done it?
Yeah, so if it hits a DC of 14.
Con save on crocodiles. And now it's at disadvantage on this. It doesn't matter. I got a 6. So yeah, it's going to take 12 piercing damage. Was at disadvantage because obviously it's very afraid. Cool. And then the insect plague stays there, I believe. Creature must also make the saving throw when it enters the spell's area or ends its turn there.
And it can't move towards Heimdal, so hopefully it's going to have to disengage from Barnaby, which means he gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. We'll see what it tries
Or
to
it'll
do.
end it.
Meanwhile, it's everyone's favorite sprites. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Everyone's
7.
favorite soft drink.
It's the 7-Up of sprites.
Oh, he's done well. 2 19s. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. All doing 1 damage, so 5 damage.
5 out of 6.
Consistent. 5 out of 7. All right. Spectator, still very annoyed. It's going to keep biting. He's going to hit him eventually, surely. No, apparently not. All right. He's probably going to try a new tactic next round. Barnaby.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on old mate if he's disengaged?
Well, it's your turn, so you just get your regular attacks.
That's going all right, yeah.
So you can do a bite attack and a tail smash.
Cool, let's go bite. I'm going to bite this motherfucker. $25 to hit.
Yeah, I think that'll hit.
And then 21 damage.
Yep. And it needs to make a strength save. Are you trying to grapple it as well? Or are you not going to grapple it?
Can you just tell me what the benefit would be of the grapple? So he wouldn't be able to attack me as long as he's grappled, or he's paralyzed essentially as long as he's grappled.
He just can't move, so you'd kind of be holding him in the swarm of insects. The downside though is that you can't hit him with the tail if he's grappled. because you can't. You're not a gymnast crocodile. You can't bend your body back that way.
I think you should not grapple him
Does
because
he? Hold on. Does he need to then use his action to disengage from my grapple?
He would need to break the grapple and then would have to try and run away if he's going to run away.
Would he get an action though? So would I essentially be depriving him of an attack if I grapple him?
You'd be making it. If the crocodile chose to run away, yes, you would be denying him an attack. If the crocodile goes into a death roll and fights to the death, it may not matter because it'll still be a disadvantage on its bites though, because it is afraid of Heimdal.
the gnome.
The gnome, yeah. Crocodiles are very scared of. Crocodiles are very scared of gnomes. It is known.
This is it's gnome.
It is gnome, Khaleesi.
Yeah, look, I won't go for a grapple. I will instead have a crack with my tail.
Cool. Good jobbies. That's 14 damage there. And you can try and knock it prone if you would like.
I would love that.
All right. 15. Yeah. So the crocodile, you kind of expose its cheeky underbelly as it falls over. It is going to ride itself using half its speed to do so. And it is going to try and bite you back, Barnaby. But it's at disadvantage to do so. So we got a bite attack here. 19 still hits for 21 damage.
Is that disadvantage?
Yeah, but his disadvantage attack still hit.
Yeah. And I need you to... I can take that health off you if you like.
Cool. I did it.
You've done it. Can you give me a con save as well to maintain the polymorph spell?
Come on, Polly. Barnaby. Yes.
Oh my god, thank fuck. Okay, good.
And then it's going to try and smack you with its tail with disadvantage. For 12 damage, and you got to make another con save. And then it's going to take... Can you roll me the swarm damage again, please, Sprig?
Yep. Insect plague, 5 charge. I don't want it to count as a... I'm just going to do this and see if it works. No, it worked.
21 damage. This crocodile is not looking great. What kind of insects are in this plague of insects? I mean, we're in a sewer, so is it mostly like flies and dung beetles?
Yeah, it is like, you know those, just like march flies, just tens of thousands of march flies, which are, insanely, a nuisance. That, just biting every little and sucking the blood in between every scale that he has.
And just ripping flesh from this crocodile. Now, to break the fear, it's going to try and make a saving throw. I think also a disadvantage, which it's not going to be able to do. Heimdal.
All right, I'm going to use my old cantrip of Toll the Dead.
Whoa, classic. Great classic hits.
Yep.
Wisdom save?
Another wisdom saving throw.
Again, with disadvantage because of the fear. Yep, so it's going to fail.
Okay. So I do 2d12. A 12 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh. I stare it down because it's fearful of me, and I walk up to it and stare it directly in the eyes and bitch slap it.
Just across the snout.
Across the snout. So hard it snaps its neck, and it's scared. It's scared. It's paralyzed.
So there's this sort of toll, this loud chime as Heimdal slaps the snout of this crocodile in a like bad boy kind of way, and the crocodile, in fear, trying to get away from Heimdal, sort of breaks its own neck and sinks to the bottom of the water. In fact, actually, it doesn't even sink; it just floats up, belly up on the water, where just the flies keep just swarm on it and strip flesh out. Cool. Anything else?
So
on
what I
Heimdal?
love about that is that he was right to be scared of you.
Yeah.
It wasn't an unjustified fear.
Remember that in your sleep.
Remember the name. All right. Anything else? Then we cut to Sprig. There is still a swarm of insects. There's a swarm of sprites and a spectator in the room.
Cool. Well, I can't do anything with the swarm of insects. I can't move it or anything.
I assume not.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to because I don't want to, disrupt my sprites. So, is it Harbinger's turn? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do just a classic 30 feet. How much is that? About 60 feet, isn't it? Yeah. Primal Savagery on self. Yeah, no. All right, so I'm going to run 30 feet and then use, to about here. Then I'm going to use my Thorn Whip on Old Mate, which is 30 feet range. $14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Yay, 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. Cool. And it's the sprite's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I really hoped I had killed some of these just so I wouldn't have to roll so many attacks.
18s. 12s. Gosh.
Oh, one of them crit. Did he? Yeah, but they just do 1 damage, interestingly. Regardless. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage from the sprites. They've been putting in work, mate. They're not just lying around like a bloody handbag like Barnaby. These things are doing work. As you come close, the spectator sees you. It is rather enraged, and is going to shoot a wounding ray at you, Harbinger. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. You're going to take 12 necrotic damage. And what's it going to do on the other thing? It's going to do a fear ray on one of these sprites. Got the idea from Heimdal. 12. Okay. So one of these sprites is afraid and starts trying to fly away. Barnaby.
Barnaby is going to swim underneath the water to get away from the insects.
Sure.
So he can swim 50 feet. He's then going to jump out at the end.
Yeah.
And, that takes up the whole thing. I'm just going to place him over there.
Sure.
And attack the spectator.
All right. So you're going to come chomping up like Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, trying eating a plane. And give us that big old bite.
Nah.
Yeah, just in one big chomp, the sprites. Do you catch any of the sprites in the chomp, or is it like
I try to preserve as many sprites as I can. You know, they've been the real MVPs here.
The sprites like just buzz out of the way just in time, and the spectator kind of looks around, ready to like fire lasers at Hjarbinger, and the remaining sprites, and then just sort of a shadow in the water looms out. Two of the stalks look down just as these big jaws come up and just clomp and drag the spectator under the water. And if you'd like, you do sort of a bit of a death roll for good measure. And that spectator is just goop in your mouth now, just chomped away.
Hells yeah!
Do you return to Barnaby form with the flavor of spectator in your mouth?
I may stay crocodile form and walk the sewers and, you know, maybe scare some kids and tell them this is why, you know, we don't make good pets. Who knows?
All right, I'm going to go look at the remains of the spectator spludge in Barnaby's mouth and see if there's anything of value in the carcass.
Can we pick up that next time?
Yeah. I'll tell you now that spectators don't have pockets, so
They might have jewels behind their eyes or something. I don't know.
They don't even have prison wallets, mate. They don't have anything. But yeah, no, we'll pick this up again. Maybe not next week, the week after, I think, because Steve, I think you said you're busy next week.
Yeah, next week's gonna be busy. So if we can,
we'll do 2 weeks from today. We'll do a fortnight.
Yeah.
But we're back in it, boys. 2021. Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Time Heist continues. Also, and I obviously need all this time to work out, you know, how the law is going to come after you. I'm pretty sure they've kicked people out of the Greyhounds for less, Barnaby. So
yeah, I'm gonna really plead ignorance on that.
Just hold on to them strings.
It's a legal term called actus reus, which means if there's no intention to have caused the act, then you can't be tried for it. So I'm basically going to plead that, and who knows? Maybe this year Barnaby's going to get past the bar exam. Maybe he's going to be a lawyer. Who knows? We'll see.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll reconvene back in 2 weeks' time. I'll let you all get to bed. That was good fun. Good warming up again this week with a lot of D&D. And Steve, I'll see you probably at Zach's on Saturday.
Potentially, yes.
Yes, yeah, you go.
Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thanks,
that was
lads.
great. Thanks,
No worries,
lads.
Catch up.
See ya.
And to everyone else who was tuning in, thank you very much for watching. Starclaws, Valid, and Rim TV, Twitch TV, who've thrown points into the mix. I hope you had a bit of fun watching our silliness, and Barnaby being possessed and attacking people in Waterdeep, which they're going to have to deal with if they ever want to head back to that tavern of theirs. I had a lot of fun. We are coming to the end, though. It is 9:45 at night here in Melbourne. If you enjoyed it, please hit follow. I run a couple of games. You can find them in the VODs or on YouTube on the Nonfiction Gaming channel. Monday nights we just finished the Lost Mines of Fandelver, and it's now going into a pirate campaign with the Tats and Tarasques. Tuesday night tonight we've run the Waterdeep Dragon Heist, continuing that on, and tomorrow night we'll be back with Red Hand of Doom updated for 5th edition. So the other half of this party is essentially in Elsia Vale, and they're dealing with an orc invasion rather than a hobgoblin invasion. So if you want to catch up on those, you can check out our YouTube channel. There's links in the about page and all that kind of stuff. If you wanted to go watch those playlists, or just pop in tomorrow night around 6:30, around this time 3 hours ago, if that helps, because you might be in a different time zone. And we should be getting ready to do that next that Red Hand of Doom campaign and continuing on with that as they're trying to save the Elsia Vale. Apart from that, not much else I can say apart from I've been your DM daddy, been super proud of you, and I've loved all the kind of energy you've been bringing to the table, and I hope you have a lovely evening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.